Cancer. Welcome to your love reading for the month of June. Thank you for joining me. This is the Tarot Writer. I'm a new channel, so please give me the thumbs up, subscribe, comment, any way you can to support me. That would be great. I love being here and I love doing this. All right, so Cancer, what do we have for you for love for the month of June? Let's see what we have coming in for you guys. Hopefully something tasty. All right, well, the Empress is pretty tasty, I would say. So it looks like right now there is some growth, there is some happiness, there's some real love and sensuality. Let's see where this goes, Cancer. I think this is you sitting there all pretty and making it happen. Okay, this is great. The Star, the Empress. Maybe you just started out something new with somebody. This is full of hope and progress. This is a lot of inspiration too. Like, you know, there's a lot of vulnerability here. So I feel like this is you as the Empress, and possibly this person is very vulnerable to you because I think he or she may be kind of intimidated by you. I think you have a lot of love and like just a lot of power within you. I think you're going to feel very powerful and you are showing it. Okay. Queen of Swords here as well, Cancer. So you could be dealing with a Gemini, a Libra, or even an Aquarius. I think you're just very clear on what you want, and you're, as I say, clear on what you want. We have the Sun here. So I think maybe you moved on from something. The Queen of Swords doesn't mess around, and I think you have all the power in the world right now. Okay, so you put something behind, you're starting fresh in these fresh new blue crystal clear waters. You're really growing and creating this new relationship, and you have come up as the Empress. And with the Sun here, there's a lot of happiness here for you, Cancer, in the month of June. The Sun here, you could be dealing with a Leo as well, sure, but we now actually have two cards of Aquarius. I didn't even notice that, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Signs don't really necessarily matter as much to me, but it might to you. But with the Sun here, I think you're really looking at some positive energy where if you are in a relationship, it's really going to blossom and grow, and you're just going to feel good. Okay, this is a really good. Okay, and we have the King of Swords here too. So maybe you're dealing with an air sign. King of Swords here. This is a person who's very rational, logical, kind of detached sometimes, but I really feel in this reading so far, it's not a cold nor detached sense of being in this relationship. I think it's actually very honest and grounded and clear. I think, you know, maybe you had set the rules behind you, and now that things are progressing, you're going to see that warmth and that growth and that, you know, sexual energy with this person. Okay, because I think there's a lot of energy here, a lot of sword energy, a lot of air energy. I think this person really wanted to come back. You know, there's a lot of communication here. Think you're going to, this person really wants to be with you, wants this to happen. More sword energy, healing, retreat. Let's look at this. Wow. I think you are just sunny in this reading. I think you are happy and feeling good. And I think your energy is radiating. And I think this person wants it. There's growth here. This relationship can have so much potential. But, you know, I think you guys are just going to be chilling together, this Four of Swords, and, you know, healing, because the Star card is such a healing energy of things kind of coming into balance. And I think there's some things that you and this person had to get worked out. And I feel like you will in June. I feel like you will prosper in this relationship. Maybe you are dealing with a Leo too. I think you both need to have the courage to really see eye to eye and listen and communicate what you want as far as sexual needs, as far as, emotional needs and mental capacity. You need to really talk about and heal and rise up from those past behaviors. But there's some really strong, hopeful, inspirational energies here that I think if you could harness and not be too brash, and you could just kind of like listen and talk to each other, I think it really can be a beautiful, beautiful thing. And here with Ace of Swords. So I think you guys are really trying to understand each other and communicate how you are going to respond and nourish and light up this relationship. If it's something that you both want, you both have to meet eye to eye. So over here, I'm going to tell you how you're feeling, how your person's feeling, and then some outcome cards. So how are you feeling? So with the Ace of Swords, I think you both had to come to a realization about each other. I think it's higher awareness. I think you had to be very aware of how this person communicates, how you're communicating. It's really you're feeding each other your needs in order to balance this relationship. You're feeding each other, you're communicating to each other how this relationship is supposed to work. And I think you had to get honest. You both just had to be like seriously like honest and logical and grounded. No lying, no, craziness, just straight up no bullshit. All right. So how you're feeling. So maybe there was some sneakiness in the past and you're not sure how it's going to roll. I think that there was some lying. There was some cheating. There was some deceit. I still think there's possible. We have some good cards here. I just saw the Ace of Wands, but let's see what comes out. Okay, so could have been a really, intense connection, but, someone's a little shady. Someone is a little sneaky here, okay? But with this energy right here, I mean, I think there is a connection. It might be strong. It could be soulmate connection, but, I think you had to cut it out at some point and you had to move on. And I think there is a lot of healing here that needs to be done. But I think you do feel kindness toward this person, or there is a sense of like getting along. There is like a deep connection here. And what else are you thinking, Cancer? The World. Okay, so this is a closing out. This does mean some kind of victory. And how that corresponds with how you're feeling. I think you've matured and I think you've been stepping it up a lot. I think you've graduated into like a new, like healthy minded, stable person. The World card, I think you've learned a lot of lessons from this relationship. It still is possible since you have so many good energies here, but I think with the World card, you're ready for a new chapter. You maybe have the card of moving on. We have clarity. This is a little detached. It took some courage to see the truth in this. But there's a star and the sun here, so there could be a new beginning, and I think that's why the World is you're ready to start something new. Let's see how this person is feeling and toward you or the relationship. So maybe that will give us a little bit more insight. Okay, so Justice. So yeah, more energy. I think you might be dealing with an air sign here. Really do. So Cancer, this person maybe wants to right a wrong. I think he definitely or she definitely wants to come back in. With Justice here, it says there was some kind of moral infidelity. There was some kind of sneakiness. Somebody was not happy in the past, and Justice is here to kind of right the wrong. So yeah, it was a big burden for this person to carry. So whatever happened in the past, this person feels really guilty. This person feels really guilty. And with the Seven of Swords here, I feel like, yeah, that's somebody who's sneaky. And this person's feeling the weight of the guilt. It was a lot for this person to carry. And I think it's taken them maybe a long time to communicate. And really, I mean, with the Strength card here, I think this person also had to like really give himself or herself an honest look and to rise above like those, like, really just get straight with themselves. Because I think they kind of feel like they feel bad with this Ten of Wands here. I think it's a lot of like like resentment. They're carrying a burden. Okay, and Queen of Pentacles here. So how he's feeling or she is feeling toward you or the relationship. I think they want balance. I think the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress are similar energies in that they're both like mothers. They're both very strong. And I think this person really sees you as like their beloved. I think they really, really see you as a down to earth, good person who has a lot of care and nourishment to give. All right, so let's get some cards for the outcome. So some communication is coming in. I think they have like a new perspective. I think they needed this time. And you know what, with quarantine, I think a lot of people did retreat. Right here, we have the Four of Swords, and they did a lot of thinking. And I think they needed, that space to think. We have the Four of Pentacles here, but I think this is what the star here is for too. This person and you needed some space, some time to heal. And with the Four of Coin here, I think the outcome is, Cancer, you're going to be a little guarded. This person's going to want to talk and you have to be honest. Be honest with how you feel. Okay, and let's get another card and then we'll go to the final word and advice. Oops. You're going to be guarded. You're not really going to be expecting this, I don't really think, because your sense of security is, you just want to kind of hold on to what you have, because I think with this dirty energy over here, the Seven of Swords, you're not going to feel good when this person comes back. You're going to be like, now what? Okay, but with the Three of Pentacles here, it does show that this person does want to work, that there is, you could be rising up from like a new foundation. This person's going to want to talk. They're going to want some cooperation. I just don't know if you're going to want to give into it. What is your final word or your advice? This is like the cake topper to your reading. What is the last thing maybe the universe wants to say, whatever you believe in? What is this last and final card? Yeah, I think you're going to be very guarded. I think you're very guarded. You're going to put up those walls. I'm not really sure if this is a situation you want to relive and revisit. I think, and as I say, relive or revisit, I feel like maybe you're not going to want to go back to this, actually. I think you're going to want to close the door on this. You're too guarded. So I'm sorry, where this reading started out so beautifully, I just think that you're okay. Like, you're sitting pretty, like you have the power. You have so much power that you're guarding it at this point. And I just don't know if you want to, be with this person again. With the King of Swords, you might just be really detached and you're cutting the connection. You're cutting the connection, you're putting up boundaries, and this person is just going to have to deal with the weight of his or her own guilt, because he or she could have had it all. I think you are showing up also as the Queen of Pentacles, so, I'm sorry, Cancer. I wish it was like a more lovely reading than that, but I really think there's a lot of truth here, and you saw the truth in yourself and what you want. And I think it's not going to be so easy to let this person back in. You're putting up walls, and I think there's a reason why. All right, so thank you, Cancer, for joining me. Please give me a like, please subscribe, and let me know how you enjoyed this reading. Thank you.